Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Friday night, which means it's alcohol-free beer night, and the beer we're going for is a special one. We don't see it in the UK. This one, it is Mash Gang's Yeah Nah Yeah. And yeah, I've managed to get my hands on a little 4-pack of these to try. What can I tell you about this beer? Well, it says on the side of the can that it is a hazy West Coast beer at 0.5% ABV. It's a no-drama West Coast pale with Citra and Mosaic hops, two of my favourites. I love the citrus flavours and I love the dankness and the stone fruit that Mosaic brings. It says it's little on the ABV, big in flavour, and we all know that Mash Gang make big flavoured beers, and they can be a little bit exciting as well. The ingredients are your usual water, malted barley, maltodextrin, oats, wheat, hops, yeast, and chili. Seems to be the magic ingredient from Mash Gang. It does a little something. You don't quite know what it is, but you can't put your finger on it, but you know it's good. And yeah, so without further ado, let's have a quick look at this artwork. You know, it's funky. It's got that funky sense of Australian fun. You know, you've got the shark, you've got the hops in the sunbathing and the surfboarding around that side. It's all pretty awesome. So, and it's a funky can size as well, if I remember rightly. Yeah, this was 375ml, bigger than our 330s and bigger than the US 355s. I like this size. It could be the perfect size for the beers that you just want a little bit more than a 330, but maybe not a full 440 or a 500. Who doesn't want a 500 anyway? Let's get it out into a glass and see what we think, so I don't waffle too much. So we're pouring into my AF Beer Club glass today. The pour is... It's got that same funky colour as Day Tripper. I love it. It's a little bit more orange though than Day Tripper. And it smells divine. I need to sack the glass cleaner though. Bear with me 2 seconds. It is a haze for days. I mean, look at that. Just look at it. It's incredibly non-see-through. You cannot see it. I mean, look, it's just like coconut water with a little bit of orange juice colour-wise. It's all haze, lightly carbonated, and from the smell, I wish there was smell-o-vision, because then you'd love it. But anyway, the smells are divine. Big pineapple, big citrus, big tropical flavours that I can't quite put my finger on. It's almost like a Sharon fruit. It's got that kind of sweet creaminess to it. Anyway, it smells divine. It's a tropical lover's paradise right here in this glass. So it looks funky. It smells amazing. Let's find out what it tastes like. Cheers. That Mosaic hits the spot big time. Huge stone fruit. Dankness. Big flavour. It's huge flavours. And that chili warmth comes through at the end. It's mad. It shouldn't work, but it does. It's thick enough. You know, a beer like this, it kind of gives the vibe of a heavy body. It's light to medium. Carbonation is superb. And it really allows those flavours just to dance on the tongue. There's a sharpness coming through as well. Almost a bit passion fruity with a citrus sort of back kick to it. It's bloody lovely. Bloody lovely. Hoppy, very hoppy. Slightly bitter. And I love that chili thing. Normally chili gets me at the back of the tongue and at the front. This is riding sort of in the middle of the tongue. That warmth is where it lands. It's really nice. The finish is hoppy, it's tropical, and it's long. And it's at this point that I realise I've forgotten to do something. I've forgotten to fill in the Board of Joy, which means we're going to have to go to the Board of Joy live on Untapped. So, let's see. Does Untapped have this beer? It doesn't have everything, unfortunately. Mash Gang. Yeah, nah. Yeah. It is there. It is there. Mash Gang's Yeah Nah Yeah, it's only had 20 check-ins, so I'll be number 21. But it does have an average of 3.2. That's the board of joy, hopefully. Yeah, no flicker on there. Look at that. It's low numbers. It should be more. And, of course, because I forgot to fill in the board of joy, it means my board of joy is currently empty. Completely empty, look. Let's give it some points. So, Yeah Nah Yeah. Let's top it up. Just because I like looking at that pour. It's amazing. It's a lovely colour. It looks amazing. You've got haze for days. That is easily one of the cloudiest beers I've ever seen. And I love it. It's like tropical coconut milk with orange juice, like I say. No head as such. Well, in fact, there is zero head, look. But I don't discount it. It looks amazing in its own right. So, I'm going to give Yeah Nah Yeah. Let's put it in here. Y-N-Y. I'm going to give it a point because I think it's funky. There's no one else out there that I'm aware of that does beers quite this funky. The only one that I've seen of a similar nature was Sinistral, you know, the reverse Guinness. That was very funky looking, similar. Anyway, the aromas, it's lovely. Pineapple up front, stone fruit behind it, citrus and that creamy, almost like Sharon fruit just sits behind it. It's a tropical lover's paradise, is that beer. There's nothing to dislike. There's a slight sharpness, there is tropical fruit, and there is that beautiful creaminess sitting behind it. I cannot fault it at all. I'm going to give it a full point. The body, like I say, is almost medium. It's got superb carbonation, and it is a silky, soft mouthfeel. Again, I love it. It supports the flavours well. I wouldn't change it. It's perfect. Give it a full point. The taste is the most important thing. And with many alcohol-free beers, the taste seems to be the sacrificial lamb, so to speak. It suffers. But here, you've got big stone fruit from the mosaic. You've got that citrus kick that sits behind just that little bit of sharpness from the citra. And you've got that creaminess from God knows where. It works really, really well. You've got just that little hint of something from the chili that just, your head doesn't quite understand it, but your tongue knows it loves it. I love it. I'm going to give it a full point. And the finish. On a Westie, and this is described as a West Coast Pale, I expect them to be bitter and sticky and things of that nature. Definitely hoppy. This one, it's got the bitterness. It's got that little bit of a kick that I love from the chili. It's got hops for days. It's not sticky in the traditional sense, but the flavour does hang around, and I love it. I cannot fault it. I love just all those fruity hops coming through at the end. It's wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. There is nothing to dislike about Yeah Nah Yeah. And you can't say that without getting a bit of an Aussie twang to it. It's just impossible. So Yeah Nah Yeah from Mash Gang, 5 out of 5 from me. Impossible to fault. Impossible indeed. So, yeah. Thank you very, very much for the boys and girls at Mash Gang for sending me this lovely beer to sample. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend you do, because it is sublime. It is summer personified, and you won't get mashed drinking it. It's got the funkiest artwork I've seen for a long time as well. I love it. So yeah, just revisit that. Look at that shark. He's having a whale of a time there. He's going to go get those hops. It's awesome. And you got the, I mean, look how happy the sun is. It's amazing. It is great. It is fun and it's tasty, and that is what beer should be about. So ladies and gents, boys and girls, we're going to leave it there, and I'm going to say that has been the beer. I've been Nick. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish, and I will see you again soon for another one. Bye.